West Fargo police say a robbery report at a Jimmy John's this week turned out to be fake. Officials say 29-year-old Cameron Starr falsely reported that an African-American man robbed the sandwich shop with a gun just before 8 Tuesday night. And while an arrest has been made in this incident, Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley talked with West Fargo investigators today, who say robberies and burglaries are some of the toughest cases to crack.
It's a situation West Fargo Police Lieutenant Greg Warren calls unique when it comes to catching criminals.
We have two interstate systems that crisscross here that go to every corner of the United States. You know, Canada, Mexico, you got our western border, so we don't know if they were passing through or coming in. That happens once in a while.
And with suspects covering themselves up or changing their appearance, figuring out who's behind a robbery or burglary can be a tough task for officers. But Warren says it's much better than it used to be.
What helps us a lot more today that we didn't have back in the day were a lot of cameras.
But he's not just talking about business cameras, saying officers also piece together a timeline using traffic cameras and those on neighboring businesses.
Getting a decent camera is number one, but your camera placement, if you have really good cameras and you don't have good camera placement, you're losing out.
Warren says in order to serve your home or business justice, you should have 3 or 4 cameras, and says it's a good idea to talk to police about the best places to put them. He adds while the department does still have a few unsolved cases, the statute of limitations gives investigators 3 years to bring criminals to justice.
Does it get cold and a case gets slid aside? Sure does, but one thing to remember too is that if we're looking for someone that did an armed robbery or a burglary or a construction site burglary, they don't do one burglary and they're done. So what we don't know today, we could know tomorrow, we could know in a month.
In West Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Cameron Starr is sitting behind bars tonight for conspiracy to commit theft and false reports to law enforcement. He's expected to be formally charged early next week.